In this video, I'm gonna show you how Prince went from being at the top of the tennis world to be one of the most unknown brands in 2025. Before going into the history of the Prince brand, let me just give you a quick walkthrough of my story with the Prince brand. Being born in 2003, I never really had a strong connection with Prince. Prince was always in my head the whole brand that are not that great anymore. But why my perception of the brand is like that, and is it true to claim that Prince is not really worth it anymore? That's what we're gonna try to find out today. So the Prince story starts in the 70s. Robert H. McClure is the founder of the Prince brand. And the reason of the name Prince is quite simple. Robert created Prince in Princeton, New Jersey. But originally, Prince wasn't a racket manufacturer. It was actually for tennis, yes, but they were doing ball machine. Doing ball machine is great, but one day Robert met a guy named Howard Head. And Howard Head is actually pretty well known in the skiing community because he's the founder of the Head Ski. So now, these two guys had the combination to create a new racket that would make a revolution throughout the tennis community. And so in 1976, they would create the first oversized racket. This racket was made in aluminum and it was 110 square inch head size. And yes, 110 square inch head size seems pretty big in today's standards. So imagine when people were playing with those type of racket. It was a game changer. Obviously, this racket was incredible at making power, spin, and so that's why this racket was used by a lot of legends, just like Andre Agassi, Michael Chang, Gabriela Sabatini, and Monica Seles. And so that's when we enter the golden era of Prince. The 80s and the 90s were incredible for Prince. They were at the top of the game. Agassi, Changs, Raptor, Navratilova, they were all using Prince. And so all the recreational tennis players wanted to use Prince. It was cool to use their racket. And not only their racket were popular, but their string began to be more popular, their ball began to be more popular, their shoes. And so Prince was not just a racket brand. They were a tennis brand. And so at that moment, no one could expect what would happen later in the Prince story. We now arrive in the 21st century. And yes, Prince made their name by doing oversized racket. It was revolutionary at that time, but now everybody are doing it. So how could Prince take this technology and now make it also revolutionary by implementing something new? They came out in 2005 with the O-port technology. It was claiming that the sweet spot would be even more larger and more aerodynamic. But the problem is that the tennis community has changed. Even though, people were ready to receive what Prince did in the 70s and the 80s, now the tennis community was a bit more conservative. And bringing the O-port was a cool technology, but not a lot of people embraced it. Another problem was the arrival of Babolat. With the Aero Pro Drive and the Babolat Pure Drive, it was definitely something that Prince didn't expect. Prince was convinced that the O-port technology would be a good thing, so they tried to stick with it until people bought it. But unfortunately, in 2012, everything would go downhill. Prince faced bankruptcy, but the Authentic Brand Groups bought it back. It's a company that specializes in reviving struggling brands, and the goal of this company is to build back the legacy of Prince. But would it be possible? One of the biggest problems is that Prince were paying so much to have athletes endorsing their racket, and so the first thing that they did is stop. They tried to expand a bit more throughout other sports, just like badminton, pickleball, and squash. Their goal was to build back, but not by being exposed to a big market, just by going under the radar and slowly but surely build back their legacy. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's not really working. A lot of people are praising Prince, but not a lot of people are buying actually their racket. They started to go back to their original route, trying to improve, and so that's why we had racket like the twist power and all that stuff. So let's see if Prince is making a change and trying to find the technology that will revolutionize just like they did in the 70s. But personally, I don't think that Prince is going to be back, unfortunately. We live in a world where you have to pay to grow, and unfortunately, Prince doesn't have enough money to build back this legacy. But I want to know in the comment section down below if you think that Prince can bounce back. So that's it for the video. Hope you have liked it. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. And see you next time. Bye bye.